the Triplex Combo. It is amazing for body balancing and gut health, everything together. The three products, the Plexus Slim, the ProBio 5, and the BioCleanse work synergetically together to bring your blood sugar back into balance and restore your gut health. And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. Because when you have yeast overgrowth, you want to stop feeding it. The reason why it works so well is because it gets rid of the triggers. The two things that people generally have of most health issues is blood sugar imbalance and gut health. The Plexus Slim makes it so that your blood sugar can stay in check, so you're not feeding bad bacterias, and you can control all your hormones and different things so your body can function properly. And the ProBio 5 gets in there and it breaks down bad bacterias, and because it has enzymes that can get in there and get rid of it. And the BioCleanse can sweep everything out and get it cleaned out and detoxify you. So I never recommend one without the other, because I think it's very important to take it together because it will give optimal results. This is our amazing product called Plexus Slim, the pink drink. And the reason why it's so amazing is because it helps balance your blood sugars out. And the reason why blood sugars are so important is because they control a lot of different functions in your body, like your metabolism, the serotonin levels in your brain, like if you're happy, if you have a good mood, how you sleep at night, your melatonin levels, and even your metabolism, how you process the food that you eat. Whether your metabolism is too low or too high is a result of poor or good blood sugar control. People do not realize that their sugar gets out of control. There's a few factors involved there. There's poor diet, like eating a lot of sugary foods, processed foods, and even foods that convert into sugar, like potatoes, rice, and breads, and cereals. Those things convert into sugar. But the other mystery reason why a lot of people have poor blood sugar control is because of stress. And stress affects the sugar greatly. Every time you get stressed out about something, your blood sugar goes up. And because our bodies are so divinely created, your pancreas is there to bring that sugar back down. So it chemically takes that sugar back down with the insulin. So now you've got glucose and insulin running through your bloodstream. And then because the insulin, if it doesn't come back up with cortisol, it'll go too low. So the adrenals kick out the cortisol, which bring the blood sugar back up, and it's like a roller coaster ride. So it just constantly goes up and down chemically all day long, just because you're stressed out. So a lot of people end up getting adrenal fatigue, and that's why people feel so worn out and tired. And one of the indicators that you're stressed out is high blood pressure and cholesterol. It's a stress indicator. It's like a light blinking telling you that your body is under stress. There's some key ingredients in Plexus Slim that make it work so well with your body. The first ingredient is chromium, which comes from the skin of the grape. It's really good for blood sugar control. It curbs cravings for sweets and carbs. It increases energy levels, and it also helps control your hormones. The next is chlorogenic acid, which comes from the green coffee bean extract. It's the extract, so it's not the caffeine part. So that's good, because some people have an aversion to caffeine. It helps lower blood pressure. It slows the release of sugar into the bloodstream so that it doesn't store as fat. Citrin K, which also is Garcinia cambogia, which is a fruit. It reduces the conversion of starches into sugars. It helps increase serotonin levels, which actually is your mood hormone. So it stabilizes your mood, which is really nice. Another main ingredient is alpha-lipoic acid, which is derived from cruciferous vegetables. It breaks down carbs to make energy for your body. It converts glucose into energy also, and has lots of antioxidants. The color of the Slim is from beetroot extract, and it's sweetened with stevia, which is a plant, and it's flavored with cherry and pomegranate juices. It's a wonderful product. It's non-GMO. It is, just all derived from nature to help your body balance out. And this is how we take it. You just take the little packet that comes out of your package and you open it. You get a little container of water like this and you dump the Slim into the container of water. And just shake it up. It's got a wonderful flavor. Enjoy. I don't need to take a probiotic. I eat plenty of yogurt. I hear that one a lot. Well, Dr. Oz once said on his program that it would take a whole studio filled with yogurt, like a big huge room filled with yogurt, like a semi-truckload, in order to get enough probiotics for your body to kill any kind of bacteria and replenish your flora. Because a lot of the yogurt that you buy at the store is filled with sugar, if you look at the ingredients, and fruit and other things that cause the bacteria, the good bacteria, to die from the shelf life itself. Probio 5 is uniquely formulated to contain probiotics plus enzymes. The first enzyme I would just absolutely love to talk about is chitosanase. It is the only enzyme that breaks down the hard exoskeleton of different fungus and yeasts that overgrow in your intestines. And there's supposed to be a certain percentage of them in your gut to break down dead matter and to break your body down when you die, the decomposition process. But when we feed it with excessive sugar eating and excessive stress in our lives, the yeast overgrows. And it's kind of like if you think about bread and you put the yeast with the warm water, it starts to puff up and overgrow. Well, it starts to coat the lining of your intestines and it matures and grows a strong exoskeleton, a barrier that cannot be broken through by any kind of probiotic. The chitosanase is the only enzyme that can break down the chitin, or the hard exoskeleton of the yeast and fungus, bacteria that grow in your gut. The way the lining of your intestines work is that there's little villi in there. They're like little straws that when you eat your food, they suck all the nutrients out of your food. When you have a yeast overgrowth or fungus that's lining, you see a tree, you see fungus growing on the side of it. It's kind of like that in your gut. So when it lines it and it coats it, you can't absorb the nutrients. And in fact, it starts to rob you of your nutrition, and that's why people feel so bad. And even though you're taking all kinds of supplements and eating a really healthy diet, you're not getting the full benefit of it because there's something there that's creating a barrier from the nutrient absorption. Telltale signs of a yeast overgrowth are like skin irritations, bloating, IBS type symptoms, and headaches, brain fog, things like that. So you want to get those levels under control, and this is a great product to do that. The next enzyme that I'm really excited to tell you about is serrapeptase. Serrapeptase actually breaks down biofilms that encapsulate and form over bad bacteria to protect them from antibiotics and other things that are designed to kill bacteria. That's why a lot of people don't get better when they have different bacterial infections. It helps break those biofilms down so that probiotics can actually go in there and take care of business. Serrapeptase also breaks down proteins that leak out of the gut and tuck away in your joints that cause inflammation, so that's very helpful. Probio 5 is specially formulated to break down in the pH level of your gut, so it doesn't break down in your stomach acid, which would kill a lot of the good bacteria. It gets all the way to your gut, so it's 100% effective. The protease is another enzyme that breaks down proteins that you eat, like meat and eggs and things like that. When the protein is broken down, it actually turns into amino acids. And amino acids are the building blocks of all the cells in your whole body. So it's really good to have that protease to break it down. Cellulase helps you break down fiber from the plants that you eat. And now we're going to move on to the probiotics that Probio 5 contains. And the first is Lactobacillus plantarum, which creates a healthy barrier in your colon to keep dangerous bacteria from entering your bloodstream. S. boulardii is also in the Probio 5, and this keeps pathogens from colonizing. It's really a great antifungal. Probiotics are always good for breaking down things like dairy products. It also replenishes the gut with good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria. Another thing that I really like about the ProBio 5 is that it doesn't need to be refrigerated. So many people tell me, like, don't you have to refrigerate this? We've had to refrigerate other probiotics. Now, the problem with this is that if you have to refrigerate it, that means it doesn't survive very well in warmer temperatures. What temperature is your body? 98.6? Well, then we would have a problem there with these other probiotics. Our probiotic actually activates in the warmer temperature of the body, so that's really good. This is Plexus BioCleanse. It's an amazing product. It helps detoxify and cleanse your body. It oxygenates your blood, and it has magnesium in it. And magnesium is so important. Every cell in your body needs it, desperately needs it, to function properly. Things like if you're magnesium deficient, you have problems with sleeping at night, heart palpitations, IBS symptoms, and things like restless leg. Those are all from magnesium deficiencies. It aids in collagen production and helps relieve constipation, which is huge because there's a lot of people that suffer greatly with those issues. The BioCleanse keeps things flowing and moving out, but doesn't have a laxative effect. It just feeds your cells and it makes you feel more energized. And one really interesting fact about how to take it is to always remember to take it away from food, because your body needs the acid in the stomach to break down the food. So with the BioCleanse, you want to take it away from food because it alkalizes the body. When your body is alkaline, it does not allow bacteria to thrive. It actually kills bacteria to be alkaline. So it's really important to take it away from food with plenty of water. You need to drink plenty of water to keep the body detoxifying and cleansing properly.